This is my 2020 broken down van, but it has a really big problem, and that is in there. The engine is finished. So the engine has nothing working inside. It doesn't work. It does spin, but we bought this and it was kind of a deal, but I was assuming that the engine is not completely destroyed, which it may actually be. We don't know yet if that's the case, but if it is, we are in deep trouble.
I bought this van because if I can fix this engine for less than a replacement, it actually makes sense. But if not, it's a complete scrap. The goal here is to avoid a full rebuild. If that's going to happen, it will be a hugely costly mistake. The big challenge is, can I save it cheaper than replacing the engine?
So let's go ahead and see if this is actually a deal or no deal. So the first thing we'll do, we'll clean up the inside, we'll clean up the back of the van because it's an absolute mess. I will show you what I mean in a minute. The inside is not as bad. I think it was cleaned before by someone, still dirty a bit, but the smell, I think who had the van prior, they used to smoke a lot of. So what I will do next, I will open the windows, I will open the back of the van, and then we'll start taking all that trash out and see what we can find. I've already found something which is really interesting. So in that rubble in the back and mess, we found this, which is quite a nice rechargeable torch. So we are already making money on this van.
Because of the high winds, I moved the van in the carport with the hope that a tree will not rest on the van. And now we need it out so we can start taking the front end apart. First, I'm attaching the tow hook to the van. Then I'm using the tow rope to connect to the passenger foot peg on the motorcycle. I'm using my trusty motorbike to pull the van out, which may look easy, but it's definitely not. It's a challenge because it's pulling the bike to one side, but with a bit of counterbalance, we've managed. And then the fun begins. I'm doing a bit more pulling and adjusting to make sure that I have enough space around the van. Now let's look around the van and see what's good, what's bad about it. The inside doesn't look as horrible as it used to because looking at the seats, they look a bit more cleaner than before comparing with the images from the auction. And this is the mess I was referring early, and it doesn't disappoint. And that is not blood, by the way. I'm not sure if I want to touch anything which is back there, but I will have to clean it.
So I'm guessing someone was doing some roofing with this van. Oh yeah. More stuff.
My main concern while getting all of these out is a few blades, nails, screws, which I have spotted around, so I'll try to be as careful as possible and get everything out. So the main issue with this van is not the fact that it's full of rubbish, it's actually the engine. So I've done a bit of research, and from what I'm seeing online, there is a known issue with this engine.
More money.
And if that's the case for us here, we may need a new complete engine.
I have no idea what this is, and we found ourselves a pocket knife. Not bad. Pocket knife, which needs a bit of cleaning up.
I had to remove the plywood because it was soaking wet, and that was due to the side door being left open at the auction house. But the side door has an issue and it's not really easy to get it closed, and that could be a reason why it was left open. Now let's remove some more rubbish from the driver's side. This van is like a shop. It has everything you need or don't need.
The good thing is we found some V5 documents, and when I bought the car it didn't have any V5 documents, which means we may still be able to register this
without paying the £25.
So this is an appraisal sheet which was done for this van in 2023. I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm guessing it was a sale or something. This is actually a service report, and the service report shows when and what service was done to this car. It's good. It's not so good if the engine broke down. But what I'm thrilled the most, what I found in the glove box, was an actual manual for this car. This is brilliant. I really love having these books with the car. And more disgusting stuff. So we took the majority of the rubbish out. We cleaned the inside a bit. There are a lot of disgusting stuff in there which I picked. There's still more. I think there are candies which they molded over the years. The good part is we found that manual and we found the V5 documents which we need to register the car. And also we found that service report. We can have a look and see what service was done to the car. I feel like it's a bit pointless now because the engine is naked, so even if they did all that servicing, which is, it's quite a list in there, it didn't help in any way. The engine still somehow decided to die. Who knows what the real reason was. So the next thing is we need to start taking that engine apart. We can have a look closer on what's inside, but the main thing is to get that engine out of the car and see what is wrong with it and fix it as soon as we can, and then take it to an MOT because it doesn't have MOT. So let's get back to work. Now that we removed all that rubbish, the time has come to start removing this engine. So I haven't done it before, have no idea how to take this engine out, but we'll start removing the front bumper and then we'll see what else we have to remove. I'm guessing the engine will come with the gearbox. So yeah, let's just start working.
I'm starting by removing a bunch of leaves from the engine bay and then have a quick look over the engine and see if it's anything that is not as it should be. I think the engine is missing a top cover and the bolt to hold it in place, but except that, nothing else appears to be missing, at least for now. First step, let's remove the front bumper. To remove the front bumper, we have to remove all the bolts holding the bumper. There are loads of them on the top, but there are even more on the bottom. We also have to remove the plastic wheel arches from the front wheels in order to access the 3 bolts which are holding the corners of the front bumper. To do that, we have to jack the front of the van and remove the wheels. Next, we are removing all the bolts on the bottom of the bumper, and there are a lot. We still don't know what's the issue with the engine, but I will share more details later.
If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment if you want to ask anything or you have anything to say. And for now, I will see you on the next one. Cheers.